Welcome to Kalima Horra with me, George Galloway, on Mayadeen television, coming to you from London, but discussing Latin America, which is scarcely far from the news and in the last months has been right at the top of the media and political agenda. Millions on the streets in Chile and Ecuador, power changing hands in several Latin American countries, blood too on the streets, repression, violence, counter-violence, all a sense of insecurity and unfinished business. The United States, which in its Monroe Doctrine declared Latin America to be its backyard, never a flattering reference for a country to be someone's backyard, is once again allegedly right at the heart of events. In Brazil, Lula, the legendary workers' leader, has finally been released from what most people would regard to be unjust imprisonment, designed to stop him from running for the presidency against the current incumbent Bolsonaro. And Evo Morales, everyone's sweetheart leader. All around the world, people were shedding tears as they saw him head off into exile. His house ransacked, his sister's house burned down, his supporters being literally tarred and feathered, covered in paint, having their hair cut off, and people have started to die there. In Ecuador, huge mass movements of people forced the government to climb down from the cuts in people's living standards that they had promised to the IMF and World Bank, which they received huge subventions from, most people say, in exchange for the body still at this point alive of Julian Assange, formerly a guest of the Ecuadorian government at its embassy in London. Tremendous controversy, huge forces in motion. No one quite knows where it will all end up. In the words of Lenin, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Jacques Arnold, my old adversary in the House of Commons, doesn't like me quoting Lenin, but I will make this point from Lenin, that there are decades when nothing happens, but there are weeks when decades happen. And those decades are definitely unfolding in front of our eyes now.